So, right back at it. Look at this, we're like in Midtown. We're around 30th Street's 2nd Avenue. That's a nice little movie theater here. I used to really go here because it had really comfy seats. Really comfy seats where you can fold up the rests, the armrests in between. So, you know, you could cuddle up and get cozy, which is important. So, right now we're heading from 32nd up to Harlem to 118th or something like that. And look at that. I like this guy's blinker. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So we're gonna go up there and chill. But as I was saying, I think I bought the wrong dash, and I tried to install it, and obviously it didn't fit. I even started making a video of it, and I was just like, oh, damn it. So after that, you know, I sold it for a little bit of profit, for like literally a dollar or two, a couple of bucks here and there, and got the right one. A couple of days, like a week later, I hunted and hunted and hunted more, and eventually I found one for 50 bucks. Uh-oh, there's an ambulance. God, what's up with these guys? Am I allowed to pass it right here? Is that okay? Or am I like supposed to hang back and not even make moves? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? You know, you need to know these rules sometimes. So after I got the right one, I got the one that was perfect. That was like spot on, and it was 50 bucks, and it was perfect. I literally was just amazed. I actually, on top of it, once I replaced. So I basically just, you know, got the old used new one. I see that guy behind me, and replaced the plate on it, and that was really easy to do. You just fucking take off some bolts out there. Oh, look at this guy, he just came out. That's cool. That's fine. I'm having a little too much fun. I'm gonna get criticized for this kind of riding, but I don't think I'm doing anything terrible. I mean, these people are tourists. They straight up don't really know like how to drive, let alone in the city. So anyway, so the actual broken piece, like the broken back, because I replaced, you know, front and the back, I actually sold again on eBay and made money. So literally this repair, me replacing this whole front, I actually made 20 bucks from it, and I made a YouTube video which ended up making me at least 13 cents on top of that. So I got double paid. I mean, which is kind of cool. So that was that. So I replaced that. Then I was looking at my bike, and I see all these reflectors. I see the reflectors on the forks. So I took a little fishing line, and my friend actually did it, and he you know, with a fishing line, he ripped off his reflectors off his iron 883, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that. That looks like fun. So I removed them, and then my fork got great. And then so moving along, so we did that. After this, there's I can't really show you right now, but these monsters, like all the motorcycles, I don't know if it's all the motorcycles, but yeah, I think it's all the motorcycles that come into United States have to have a evaporation canister installed because of the state of California. State of California is the only place that requires this old technology of evaporative canisters, and you know, it's easy process to remove it, but there's like a couple of different ways of doing it. But it's basically like this big block, like I don't know, like 6 inches by 4 inches, this cube with a bunch of hoses. Like sometimes you see like this one time, I remember when I first got my bike, I was looking at it and I see a hose, a straight up hose just dangling on my bike, not connected to anything. And I'm like, I don't know much about motorcycles, so I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this has to be plugged into somewhere. Why is there a hose and like a little hose with like water or something dripping out of it once in a while. That makes no sense. Well, guess what? That was going to the emissions canister. And essentially I just had to remove this box, remove all these cables, and you're gonna freaking retard. Remove this box, remove all these cables, and plug up the holes. These, like, look at this guy. He's gonna make that turn. He don't give a fuck. So, you know, this is complicated. I gotta calm down. Calm down. No yelling. No honking. My friend is like, why do you honk so much? That's because I'm crazy and impatient and I need to calm down. So actually me watching these videos back is going to be like an exercise in what not to do. It's like when you publicly speak and you watch yourself publicly speak and you realize you say things like all the time, and I actually do. So anywho, whoa, look at that. I just stalled out my motorcycle. That's awesome. I'm a noob. Anyway, so we covered emissions canister. Yeah, so it was easy. I just had to like get like little screws and clean it up and make it happen. And then once I actually got it serviced by a professional, I have this awesome dude at Moto Pistole. He only works on like Ducatis and such. I'm sure he works on other bikes, but Ducatis is his thing. So when he serviced that bike, he made it proper, and he like removed like my whatever butcher job I did, he fixed up. That's why I like that place. He did that to some other stuff. So the suspension on this bike, on the 620, is not the best. Like when I first got it, I didn't really know any better, and I was just like, I guess this is how all motorcycles are. You know, they're just bounce around and go crazy. But truth be told, that is not true. Oh, I should have went over there. We would have went through a crazy tunnel. Damn. I don't know why I went down third. So silly of me. It's okay. So anyway, the suspension, the front suspension from the 620 was like, meh, not very good. Not adjustable to your weight. It was just like set up for like a 170-pound person. I think, with the gear and everything included. And that's just not realistic because I weigh 175 in the nude, you know. So the next thing I wanted to do was like replace the suspension in the front, and I was looking and looking and looking, and it's, you know, it's pretty pricey because it's only like either you get like you redo your suspension with special valving and all that, or you get one from a different bike and you swap it on. So I realized that like swapping it on was probably what I need to do. And I also just like, you know, as much as I love working on the bike and all the previous upgrades I did myself, as much as I love working on the bike, something like that is just not realistic. What is this guy doing? Like, why did he change the lane? So I did not. Look at this sweetness of mothers. I completely forgot what I was talking about because I gave it the beans. I mean, riding, talking. So yeah, so as I brought my bike in for service, I was complaining to my Moto Pistole guy how the suspension sucks balls. I don't like it. And he was like, well, why don't you just you know, I actually have a S2R 1000, I believe, suspension, which is adjustable and much better. It was like in perfect shape. It looked good. And he was like, for a couple hundo, I could throw it on for you. And I want to charge you for the labor. And I was like, that is something. That is something, all right. I was like, I appreciate that. So all of a sudden, I mean, I was already like getting a service done, which for these bikes is not cheap. I mean, anybody who knows Ducatis knows that, like, unless you service the thing yourself, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna touch you at the motor dealership. Especially in New York City, especially the places I go to. I mean, I'm sure I could go to some, like, major ass place in New Jersey where nobody knows your name, but I'd rather go in there and, like, be able to talk to the person in the shop, ask them a million questions. I mean, I'm sure maybe it's annoying to them, but you could actually go inside, like, the work area and point at things and be like, what about this, what about that, and then they make suggestions. I don't think when you go to, like, a big volume place, a big Ducati dealership, big Aprilia Ducati dealerships, and, like, you know, somewhere, I don't think they're gonna do that personal kind of shit. I mean, this is frustrating. I'll just relax, because I could pass all these people, but I don't think they want to be passed. So anyway, this guy threw on the fork, and literally, like, you know, like, it's hard. Suspension, you could definitely tell the difference, but you have to kind of know what you're sort of talking about, or what you're looking for. Oh my God, I just did that in front of cops. That was really stupid of me. The cops just literally turned around and were looking at, like, what is that noise? I mean, my bike is loud. You can't really tell from this, like, vlogging stuff. Move over, you dumb cunt. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's not a dumb cunt. That was really mean. I'll stop. Move over, duty bird. You know, I do the same thing. Like, I'm so... You know, like, I do these things and then I complain when others do that to me. It makes no sense. But anyway, once I get my new fork installed, there's this one little section on BQE, on this Brooklyn Queens Expressway, where you're in a turn, you're, like, banked over, and like, I literally usually have to slow way down and straight up, like, straighten out. Look at all this. This bus is passing one bus and another bus. Crazy. So yeah, you're straight up, like, banked over when you hit this turn at, like, you know, speed limit is like 50 or whatever, and it's just not a good feeling whatsoever. I literally would be, like, freaked out. I'd literally try to, like, straighten out as much as I can mid-turn, just be like, just to kid it, because my bike would, like, launch over it. Well, guess what? First time I rode with the new suspension, I literally felt like I was, like, a MotoGP racer, because I was, like, sticking to the ground. And on this turn, like, I always think of myself like I'm in the Isle of Man, you know, like my Isle of Man TT, and, like, and the suspension is, like, working and making things happen as I'm, like, flying, but it's, like, in actuality I'm just, like, oh, standing up. But this suspension just soaked up that bump like it was nobody's business. It was, I literally was just, like, testing it, like, leaned over, didn't let go of the gas or anything, and it just soaked it up, and I just went whoop. So that was a really worth the upgrade. Then I had to, you know, I got a flat tire on the back, and I had to, and I was about to go for this cross-country trip. Oof. I just set off that car alarm. So I had to go for a cross-country trip, and I was going for a cross-country trip, and I was like, look, I'm not gonna ride there on the tire that's been patched and plugged up. So I went out to the internet and ordered some tires from Revzilla, I believe, or somewhere, because they were just cheaper online, you know, because, I mean, I had to get them installed somewhere else. Like, why are we not moving? Freaking, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, you're right, I could just wait and hang out, but it's like these two taxis are freaking retarded. Look, now we're gonna miss that light because of the freaking taxis. Calm down, calm down, it's not a big deal. So anyway, ooh, nice Jeep. That's like, he had like extra gas tanks outside. That's weird. I bet that thing never leaves the city. That's hilarious. So we're almost here where I'm going. We're gonna continue this later. But long story short, suspension was great. So, and tires, I got Michelin Road Pilot 3, Pilot Road 3. And they're the ones that are super amazing in the rain, because I like to ride in the rain. So I was looking for like tires that are gonna perform in the rain, and I tell you what, these definitely perform in the rain. Beautiful. So I got those tires, and so basically it was a couple of upgrades, and I think that's about it as far as upgrades go. Trying to think what else I did. I mean, I added this little mount here, right there, for the RAM mount, and the RAM mount is this like sturdy iPhone mount, which, you know, is handy. It's very handy.